Good morning and welcome to today's Intention Friday. Woohoo! Okay, so let's create some reality together. If you could find a place for about 30 minutes to sit or lie down with your eyes closed and not be disturbed, that would be great. Go ahead and get comfortable. Okay, close your eyes. We're going to start with a few slow, deep breaths. So take the breath of life in. And when you exhale, I'd like you to just let everything go. All your cares and concerns just dissolve and float away. You don't need them for the next 30 minutes. Take the next breath in, really get a full breath. Start with your lower belly, and then your upper abdomen, expanding your lower rib cage out towards the back. And this time when you exhale, if you could feel like you're sinking into the safe arms of Pachamama, Mother Earth, always supporting us. And for the next breath, if you could visualize to help, breathing light directly into your heart and then exhaling light directly from your heart. Good. And now we're going to put all of our attention on the body. Make sure it's good and relaxed for this inwards journey. If you could bring your awareness down to your feet right now. And simply ask them to relax at this time. Our bodies are these amazing gifts, the most loyal servants that want to do our bidding, and that sometimes we just need to ask. And now feel your energy leaving through your feet into the ground, curling up with the roots of the forest, and circling back to complete the circuit back into your feet. Allow the earth to cleanse and replenish your energy. Feel grounded. And then we move on to the ankles, the shins, the calves, the knees, and feel everything relax. Every body part or area that we touch on, I want you to just let it revert back to its original perfect blueprint of perfection and health, wholeness. Then we move on to the upper legs, the buttocks, the hips, the pelvic area. Feel everything loosen. And we move into the inner organs, the rib cage, the breast, chest, full back and spine. Everything softens. Your shoulders are down in the most comfortable position, arms, forearms, hands, and fingers hanging loosely. Your neck is supple, bearing no weight. And then we turn our attention to the skin of the scalp. Sometimes tension can hide up there, so anything that you feel up there, I want you to just release right now, almost as if your ears could wiggle. Move into the jaw and we allow it to unhinge. Open up and receive the breath of life. And we feel all of our facial muscles melting into a pool of perfect relaxation. And then we see if we can't get our eyelids to soften a few extra degrees. And we move inwards and we ask our right brain to relax and our left brain to relax. And now we're going to thank our minds for all the hard work they do on our behalf all the time. We're actually going to invite them to have a seat on the couch right now and just chillax. Have a virtual seat on the couch while we let the heart steer the bus for this session. We want our minds to stick around and be part of our council, but just take more of a back seat for now to take a break. And now let's deal with our thoughts. We all have so many thoughts, and they're usually moving so fast. Let's enlist the help of the elements to help us deal with our thoughts. We'll start with the element of fire because it's wonderful for burning up anything that we no longer need, purifying us, allowing us to be reborn from the ashes. And we can see the sun as the element of fire if you like. Then we move on to the element of water. We can envision ourselves standing in the middle of a gentle river. And water is a most excellent element to help us with this as it naturally retains memory. Water retains memory. So as you're standing there, I want you to feel the pull of that current against you, pulling away anything that no longer serves you, any negative patterns, any traumas. You can watch and observe as they actually float down the river. You can wish them well on their way. You feel lighter. Then we ask the element of air to help us next with the breeze or the wind against our skin, its specialty pulling away all of our stories, our ego, and just allow it to float away in the wind, leaving us with only the pure, shining truth. Feel very clean at this point. And we're going to ask the earth to help us with the last bit. Any baggage, any heaviness that we're still feeling. I'm going to ask the magnetic properties of the earth to pull it away from us and stick to the earth, trusting that it'll transform it into a higher vibrational resonance, like a seed sprouting to new life. And sometimes our thoughts are tricky and they can take us away, kidnap us on these wild rides, these tangents to bizarre places. And this happens all the time. So what I want you to do when that happens is just as soon as you realize it, gently bring yourself back to the present moment and what you're doing, back to your breath. Sometimes it's just the practice of continually bringing ourselves back. And then eventually we find that we're not carried away quite so easily anymore, and we can stay here in the present moment. Now let's take the journey from our head space to our chest cavity where the heart resides. Let's use a beautiful wooden spiral staircase to get there. I'd like you to experience this journey viscerally, so feel the smooth grain of the wood underneath your fingertips as you trail your hand down the railing. Hear the soft padding of your bare feet as they touch down on each step. And feel the buoyancy, the lightness as you glide down the staircase. And as you arrive on the platform, I want you to notice if there's anything in front of your heart. Perhaps a gate with a lock on it. Maybe a wall has been built. This is normal and natural. We all develop protective measures for ourselves. What I'd like you to realize right now is that this is your heart. You have full access VIP backstage pass to it at all times. It's your concert. So go ahead and envision those locks disintegrating now, the gates creaking open. Perhaps a bridge appears over the moat that may have been built, if you're like me. And as you approach the door to your heart, it cracks open just a bit. And brilliant beams of yellow golden light are spilling out everywhere. It's so beautiful. See yourself opening the door and entering into your heart space to be completely bathed in this warm and loving light. You feel so safe, so secure, and so happy. This is the most amazing place you've ever been or could imagine inside your heart space. And this light is closest to the truest essence of what you really are. Everything in the universe is made of energy, as are we. It's the common denominator. So we're going to have a bit of a shift in perception right now, away from our physical bodies and more into our energetic or our light bodies. I'd like you to look down at your hands inside your heart and see that all the cells of your body have transformed into brilliant points of light. So you're kind of floating there, existing like a light cloud, very blissful. And everybody has a very unique shade of color and texture to them as well. I'd like you to experience this right now. What color are you? Then you look up and you see a colossal but indescribably beautiful ribbon of light above you as well. This is the flow of the cosmos, the consciousness of one. I call this place the Nexus. It goes by many names in many cultures. Doesn't really matter what you call it. At the end of the day, what it really is just total connection. And that's what we want. So I'd like you to allow yourself to float up and merge with this flow right now. You don't have to be afraid. You can come out of it at any time. You don't have to sacrifice anything to be here and experience this. And you don't need to change your beliefs. All truths are inclusive here. One of the things that you might experience when you first join in is a sensation of coming home, of belonging. And at some point on every level, you will experience that you are everything and everyone in the universe, and they are also you. We are all one being, one light, one consciousness. We're all the same pie, slightly different flavors we're bringing to the same pie. Now, this Nexus is a place of incredible power. You have at your fingertips the knowledge and wisdom of the entire universe at your command. This is where our intuition stems from. It's a place of spontaneous healings, of miracles, and incredible capacity to create. And that's what we're going to take advantage of right now. We're going to intend a reality of our choosing and then anchor it in the present moment at the end of the intention, because we can. So right now, I'd like you to envision the life that you've always secretly dreamed of in all its glorious detail. I'm going to guide along in generalities because at our core, we all want the same things. But I'd like you to fill in the blanks and color the page the way you see fit for your life. Let's start by talking about health. We all want good health. Envision yourself right now completely whole, vibrant, healthy, moving your physical body with ease and grace. Your emotional body's balanced, your mental body's full of clarity, and your energetic body is filled and complete. And we trust our bodies. They're amazing systems that self-heal, self-repair, guard us against anything we need shielding from. And in this reality, we take care of our bodies. And anytime we need guidance or teaching on how to do so, that is amply available to us. I'd like you to experience this vitality right now. I'm feeling very light, as if effervescent bubbles were just coursing through my entire being right now. My DNA, my cells, right down to the atomic level, the quantum level. Everything realigning into its natural, perfect, healthy state of balance. It's very invigorating. And now that you're experiencing this vitality, I'd like you to extend it to include your friends and family. Witness the expressions of relief and wonderment on their faces as well. And then extend it to include your community and then the entire planet. What a beautiful gift to give and receive. Total vibrant health. This is within our power to do so. We are all healers. It's just a matter of focusing our intention and sending the energy out. And now let's talk about abundance. There's plenty on this world for all of us, and that is the truth. So let's go ahead and lift humanity up out of survival mode and into creation mode. It is time. Everybody has access to fresh, clean drinking water. Everybody has ample, natural, healthy food. Everybody has shelter. Everybody has warmth and cooling if they need it. And there's a little left over for comforts, so maybe we could travel around once in a while. Most importantly, that we have the resources to follow our passions and our dreams in life. Each of us were seated with a unique gift that only we can develop and share back with the world. This is our purpose. When we're on the path of our purpose, we feel fulfillment. Not just because we're doing what we love. Deep down, we also each have an innate need and desire to contribute. And so when we're following our path, we're being fulfilled on many levels. I'd like you to experience this right now. What are you doing when you're following your bliss? And if you don't know what your purpose is right now, that's okay. Don't worry. We're going to generate the feelings associated with it right now and allow that to beckon into your conscious awareness, that information. So let's go ahead and generate feelings of wholeness or completeness that we felt in our lives. Or perhaps that all over good feeling from selflessly helping another at some point. Or you can go to a memory where you were doing something you were so enamored with, so fascinated by, that you completely lost track of all time. That's kind of what you're looking for. And now see yourself going to bed at the end of the day of being on your path, feeling completely fulfilled, sleeping soundly through the night, waking up in the morning excited to jump out of bed and do it all again. Now, we just did this for the whole world. So what does that look like now? And I want you to envision everything as already done. It has happened, it is done. So say we all. I see all the amazing intellects and imaginations pooling together to problem solve. All of a sudden, we are living on a planet free of pollution. We're living in harmony and balance with the Earth's ecosystems. How fantastic is that? And look at us exploring our limitless potential together. Inventing, building, teaching, learning, sharing, caring. Progressing into the future in a most balanced and conscious way. What an exciting time to be alive. And we're doing this together. We are meant to be together. We are here to walk each other home. Through the meadows and over the bumps. But today, let's celebrate this wonderful existence together in song, in music, in dancing, laughter, in playing. Just picture us all at a beautiful, huge outdoor music festival. Everybody rejoicing, celebrating. Love being transmitted and received. All the relationships healing. I'm walking down the street in my reality, seeing the smiles on strangers' faces as I'm passing by, watching the lights behind their eyes. It's magnificent. And let's intend one more thing while we're here together. Let's intend that everybody is awakening to this consciousness of one. At least that everybody is feeling connected. Something incredible happens when we remember who and what we truly are. This high vibrational frequency energy, this light, this love. All of a sudden, then the heavier, lower energies just don't make sense anymore. The greed, the harming of others, the righteousness, the judgment, it all falls away. We naturally tend to adopt the same foundation principles: honesty, integrity, authenticity, caring, sharing. Everybody's on the same page. What a relief. What joy. Even the systems that may govern us in this reality are designed in place to uplift us in our lives, to protect our freedoms, and to help us flow on our journeys together. I'm sensing all the tension, worry, and fear lift collectively up off of our shoulders to transform above us in the atmosphere into a higher resonance frequency that's more in alignment with who we truly are. And all of a sudden, trust is just blossoming in my heart again. I'm overflowing with compassion. I'm sensing all the connections cleansing, clearing up, communication open and flowing. The atmosphere is just so fluid. It's so easy just to be. It's so easy just to be. Now, wherever you are in your beautiful reality right now, whether you're out with your family having a picnic, marveling at their glowing faces, seeing your children and grandchildren thrive, or you're out for a walk in the forest with your dog, enjoying the serenity, you're having a laugh with your friends, or you're creating something wonderful in the kitchen, or wherever you are, whatever you're doing in your beautiful reality right now, I want you to just stop in your shoes and look at all the beauty surrounding you. All the natural beauty, all the man-made beauty, and just drink it in. Feel this unconditional love energy that surrounds and supports us at all times. And receive it. You are so worthy of this amazing reality you've just created. Now I'd just like to connect with a little bit of gratitude before we end. Thank you, thank you, thank you for every step, every breath of this wondrous life. Thank you, vulnerability. Thank you to all the lessons I've learned. Thank you to this vessel, this body that allows me to perceive all this beauty. Thank you to my emotions for guiding me through this lifetime. And most of all, thank you for our connections to each other, to the earth, to our hearts, and back to the source, the fountain that constantly replenishes us with light and healing and energy and love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now I want you to take this entire reality that you've just created and build it up as an energy ball right now in your center, in the heart space, the solar plexus, the dantian area. Build it up as a big energy ball, make it crackle with life. And then soak it with those elevated emotions you just felt. The fulfillment, the joy, the peace, and the gratitude. And we're going to take a large breath in, to build up that energy ball. And then when we exhale, we're going to release it and share it with the world. Here we go. Build it up and let it go. Exhale completely, send it right around the world. Give it all away. Our hearts are vast. And then breathe in the breath of life. Replenish yourself with love and light and healing and energy. Good job. You can just feel all the concentric rings of energy circling the planet, causing all the other like frequencies out there to light up in response, creating a sum much larger than its parts, blanketing the world in this reality of peace, love, prosperity. Now I want you to wiggle your fingers and toes. We're going to come back into our bodies proper. Also shift your limbs around a little bit, maybe come back. And when you feel you're ready to come back into the room or your space, open your eyes and just notice how you're feeling right now. Know that you can come back to this state of being with a single conscious breath of intention. This is why we do this practice, so that we can call it up on demand at a moment's notice. Eventually, we won't even have to put any effort into it anymore. We'll just become natural, walking, talking transmitters of this high frequency energy that's more in tune with who we truly are. Creating this reality of our choosing all around us because we are that powerful. And so much more. So when we put our intentions together in this way, exponentially by magnitudes, actually. So thank you for joining me in these intentions, whether it's live or recorded, it all works, it's all good. Play with this. Try out the single conscious breath of intention during your day as you're going about your duties or your business or your pleasure. When you're brushing your teeth, when you're cooking supper, when you're in line at the grocery store, just before sleep at night. Just see what kind of shifts are happening for you as you make this practice more abundant. Have a beautiful day, beautiful fall day. And we'll see you again tomorrow for the next intention.